Taking from here. We are looking from Sunday, we'll be looking at what people forgiveness. And that Sunday, we look forgiveness. What is forgiveness? We have also seen why what is forgiveness. Yes, we have seen why is forgiveness so important. Yes, today we are looking at why do people find it hard to forgive others. You see that in Matthew chapter 18, verse 23 to 35. Matthew 18, 23, 35. You see that why do people find it hard to forgive others? Why people find it hard? Because they don't have forgiveness attitude in them. They don't have Christ in them. Christ is the hope of tomorrow. He had one that will lead you to forgive. And if you are a believer of Christ, if you are a believer of Yeshua, you need to forgive. That is our road to heaven. All right. The character in the story of this unforgiving servant, who did not forgive his own fellow servant, he have a very bad character, and it is very, very important that he have to learn, and you also don't have to learn the character of the unforgiving servant. One, foolishness. The servant have foolishness in him. That is why he did not forgive. He had what? Foolishness in him. The Bible says that fools say in their heart there is no God. I will say that fools says in their heart there is no God. Those fools who say there's no God, they don't have forgiveness attitude in them, as well they believe that there is no word God. If the foolish servant had remembered that the master who forgive him his own sin, his own debtness, he also supposed to forgive the old fellow servant that also what owed him too. If you remember the master forgive him his own sin, he also supposed to have the heart to forgive his own fellow what servant who have owed him some penny. Yeah, number two, selfishness. Number two is selfishness. Selfishness is somebody who always him or her. They don't think of others. Their own is me, give to me, give to me, give to me. They don't give to others. That is selfishness. The servant was so selfish that he thought that he the only one who deserved to be free from imprisonment, who deserved to be free from imprisonment. He thought that is the only one that deserved to be free from imprisonment. That is very, very wrong. This is why people often post. They always post. They all post that they have. They all post that they are the best. They all post that there's nobody that is better than them. They are the best. Nobody can compete with them. That is very, very foolish. That is what we call foolishness. Both men and women, boys and girls, many people have this sort of foolishness in them. Number three, very, very bad. Number three is very, very bad. When people is so hard, their heart is so mean to people. They have a very bad attitude. Greediness. Number three is greediness. If somebody have the attitude of greed in him, that's very, very bad. That is the worst of all this one we're talking about. Greed. Greed is the father of unforgiveness. Greed. When you have greed inside of you, that's a problem. You always want to be you alone. Bad people everywhere. Greed. The servant was greedy, so greedy, for so much that for less amount than he owes his master. He owes the master 10 penny, 10 shilling. Why somebody owing only 1 penny, 1 shilling? Wow, great. He will not forgive another. He will not forgive anybody like him. Let's look at Matthew chapter 18, verse 23, verse 28. Matthew 18. Okay, 28. Matthew 18, verse 28. Very important. But the same servant went out and found one of his own fellow servant, which owed him 100 penny, 100,000 penny, and own, and he laid hand on him and took him on the shirt. And he will hand on you, fully servant. Yeah, only 100 penny. 100 penny. Somebody only 100 penny. He will order person that in shirt and say, you must pay me. You must pay me. You must what? Pay me. Why? Great. For the foolishness of we say number 2, for the foolishness, John chapter 3 verse 27 said, John answered and said, a man can receive nothing except it's been given him from heaven. That's selfishness. The one of selfishness. A man can receive nothing. Now greediness is something too. Nobody in this world have anything. Nobody own anything in this world. The world is owned by the Father, our Father. He created this world. He's the owner of everything. But what he brought into this world? He now have the matter of greed, selfishness, foolishness. You want to get everything that is not yours. And when you die, you don't go with it. You don't back the way you are. Then why is the essence of you have such character of selfishness, greed? Wow. He owned his master 10,000 talent, and his fellow servant owed him only 100 penny, not up to a talent. But still, his older servant said, you must pay me on the shirt. You must pay me, if not, I will deal with you. Foolishness. Number 4, pride. Wow, pride. Greediness and pride, they work together hand to hand. Greediness and pride. The servant was so proud that he debtors and other servants like him begged him for forgiveness, but he refused. He refused to forgive. He refused to forgive some for the servant. Matthew chapter 18 verse 29. Matthew 18 verse 29 said, and his fellow servant fell down at his knee and begged this man, but this man refused. He refused. But his master, that is owing thousands of penny, thousands of shilling, forgive him. But he only saw a penny, which is not even 1,000, just 100 penny. And he refused to forgive. Foolishness, pride, very, 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 very bad. The people have pride. Very, very dangerous too. Very, very dangerous. Pride. Wickedness. Another one is wickedness. Wickedness, wicked spirits. Wickedness is a spirit. Wickedness. What does it have? It's a demon. It's a demon. If you are not in Christ, you are inside of the other side with devil. You have all the attitude. Wickedness. The servant held his debtor by the clothes to tore and its care, and his servant begged him. The servant, the man that is owing him, he owed him on the shirt, said, you must pay me. He tore his clothes. Wickedness. 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 In the high rate, you can find that in Matthew chapter 18, verse 28. Matthew 18, verse 28. You can find that in there. Wickedness. When somebody is so heartless, just simple. But the servant, for the very same servant, went out and found one of his fellow servants, which owed him 100 penny. He owed him 100 penny, just 100 penny. But when he said, you must pay me. Very wickedness. Wickedness. If somebody have wicked spirit in him, there's problem. Serious problem. Wicked spirit. All these things you just read here. And for number 1, foolishness, selfishness, greediness, pride, and wickedness. If you as a believer have this character,